working on those questions in a moment, but I just want to do a little bit on the next lesson and then you can go back to working on the homework. The next lesson is short because it's all about practical problems. So just like the last time we did practical problems for me, there's not much to say other than you have to use everything you've learned in the chapter. So it's really about understanding what the question wants you to do. So I'll just do one example and then I'll let you try them yourself. So on 66 question 1, you're told the temperature of a cup of coffee is given by this formula: 27 plus K e power minus 0.2 T. 66, the first question. I then also tell you that the initial temperature is 65. And I want to know what the K is. So can anybody see how can I use this information here to get the K? Yeah. That's it. Initial means the beginning, so T is 0. So I get 65 equals 27 plus Ke minus 0.20. If you type this in on your calculator, what do you get for this E piece? 1. So what does K equal? It'll be 65 minus 27. So what is it?
33.
That's part 1. So part 2, we now have this formula for temperature. 27 plus 38 e power minus 0.2 T. And I think I'll graph that for you as well. Do you think this graph is increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. So in the second part, they want to know when will the temperature equal 35. So let me just graph this. Temperature equals, what is it, 27 plus 38 e power minus 0.2 T. Reset. There we go. So you see the temperature starts off at about 65 degrees on the graph and then it decreases. Would anybody want to have a guess at what they think the temperature will go to if I keep looking further to the right? In other words, what do you think this will reach? What is its limit? It might help to look at the equation. 27. So if I zoom out more, see if I keep zooming. So this is like a very, very long time later. You see that it's reached basically 27 here. Okay. And the reason for that is in the equation we have 27 plus E. So you remember when I did the graph for E, it goes down to the x-axis. but because of the plus 27, the graph is lifted up to 27. Okay. Anyways, back to the question now. I want to know what time will make this 35 degrees. So here I get this equation. 35 equals 27 plus 38 e power minus 0.2 t. And we need to solve for t. We need to find the time. So I take the 27 to the left. And this is 8, isn't it? 8 equals 38 e power minus 0.2 t. I divide by 38. So can someone just give me that as a decimal? What is 0.210 equals e power minus 0.2 t. Okay, how can I cancel the e? What do I use to cancel an e? Log. Log and e cancel. So now you have log 0.210 equals minus 0.2 t. So we have our answer. T equals log 0.210 all over minus 0.2. So what's that, please? 7.8, is it? I'm going to give you one to try, and then I'll give you the homework. And I'm going to give you one that's like something I've seen in the exam before. So can I scroll down? Yeah. Is it minutes? I didn't read it, sorry. Minutes, okay. I thought 7.8 seconds seemed like a quick time for it to cool down. Okay, can I scroll down? 1 second, okay. It will scare you if you think about it now. Just take it 1 week at a time, okay? Okay, can I scroll down now? No? Yeah? Okay. So, listen. Type of question in the exam you might get is something like when a car is new, so the new price is, let's say, 20,000 for a car. But then when the car is, let's say, 5 years old, the price is 10,000. And in the question you're told, assume that the price is equal to A, E, B, T. In other words, assume that the price decreases exponentially like this. So what they've done is they've given you this piece of information and they've given you this piece of information, and they want to know what the A and the B is. They want you to find this formula. Okay? Actually, I'll do this one for you. So you have two pieces of information here. I'll call it just 1 and 2. So piece of information number 1, the price is 20,000 when the time is 0. So you get 20,000 equals A, E, B, 0. Now what's this one here? Yeah, so you already have the A. So you know that price equals 20,000 E, B, T. Now, if I use the second piece of information, what does the second piece of information tell me? Yeah, that the price is 10,000 when the time is 5. So if I use that information now, I get 10,000 equals 20,000 e power 5b. So I want to divide that. Yeah, so 0.5 equals e power 5b. Now, I need log and log, so they cancel. What's log 0.5 please? It's like 0.69, is it? No, 0.05 minus 0.69? Minus 0.69 equals 5b. So then b would be that answer divided by 5 minus 0.14, we'll just say. And we're finished. We have the formula. Price equals 20,000 e power minus 0.14t. Now, I want you to take that formula, put it in on your calculator, and put t equals 5. Type it in. And you should get 10,000. Or nearly 10,000 at least. Nearly 10,000, yeah? And if you put t equals 0, do you get 20,000? Well, of course you do. Because it's just 20,000 times 1. Yeah. So what you've done now is you've found out what the formula is for price. So then the last part of the question will be something like, how much would the car be next year? So what would I have to do for that if I wanted the price next year? Put t equals 6. It tells you what the price is after 6 years. Okay? So in this example, the story would be something like, a man bought the car for 20,000. 5 years later, it is worth 10,000. Assume the price decreases exponentially, and then they would give you the formula A, E, B, T. So they would say, what is the A, what is the B, which I've just done. And in part 2 of the question then would be, using your answer from part 1, how much would the car be worth next year? So we have to put t equals 6 in that. So put t equals 6 and tell me what you get for the price. So when t is 6, we get prices 8,634. Yeah? Yeah. Is that okay? Can you see that? 8,600. Okay, so in the exam, this here would be part A of the question, and then this one here would be part B. And this is where you get most of the marks. This would be like a 6-mark question, and then this one here would be like a 1-mark question. So this would be half a section B question. Half a section B question. Yep. They're constants. They tell you here, they say in the question, assume the formula for price is this. So they didn't tell you in the formula what the A and B is, so you have to find it yourself. They didn't like, the M and the C. If this was a straight line, you would have to find M and C. Y equals mx plus c. But it's not a straight line, but it's the same idea. You know that for the equation of the line, you have a formula for the m, don't you? Yeah. You don't have any formulas here, but you kind of have some shortcuts. For example, the A. What do you think the A always represents?
The first value.
Yeah, the first value, isn't it? And so it's not like you have a formula, but you do have a shortcut, okay? And what do you think the B represents? Like, what does the B mean? Yeah, but like, how does the different values of B, Yeah, that's it. The depreciation rate. That the B, the bigger the B is, the quicker the price would drop. So as you said here, the B controls, it's not, I know it's not slow, but it's like slow. If that it's bigger, it'll be a quicker change. Okay? And the A is actually like the intercept, isn't it? Because it's the value at the beginning where it crosses the y-axis. Okay? So it's not like equation of the line, but you can draw some comparisons. You can compare it to that if you want to. Does that get through? Yeah, and also you can compare it to GP because GP has some relationship to this as well. And actually in physics we can see that a little bit when we do radiation. Okay, now look. These practical problems are the type of questions that people find difficult in the exam because it's difficult to prepare for since you don't know what type of problem they'll ask you. So you definitely need to do all of those. I mean, there's only 7, and I've already done one of them, so there's only 6 left to do. So please mark all the questions on 66 to do, and you can start them now, or you can finish the previous worksheet now first. Okay, so work on those for 10 minutes.